Advertising agencies used to give away their creative because they made so much money plastering that creative over all towns and cities. And if you think about how many banner ads that you've seen in the last few days, you could be mistaken for thinking that the same thing's going on now. And at Curb, we really don't like that sort of thing. We like to think that people should spend a lot more money on the creative and less on plastering it everywhere. And we were out in Japan earlier this year, trying to encourage a load of brand managers out there to think about spending more money on their creative work. And we thought it'd be entertaining to write a little story about it, to have a bit of fun and try and help them get their heads around it. So tonight, I'm going to tell you a little story. Well, it's kind of like a new media fable, but it stars this geezer, and he's just opened a new casino, so we'll call him Mr. Casino. There'll be a bit of a pattern running there, I'm afraid. And he's a pretty bright geezer. He knows that he needs to get loads of people to come to his casino to make some money. And he knows that all of those people kind of hang out in the sort of flashiest bars in town. But the thing he doesn't really understand is how he's going to get them to come to his casino. But luckily, in town, there are some pretty big advertising agencies. So Mr. Casino goes to one of these agencies and he says, "Is it going to be really expensive for me to get you to do a big advertising campaign to get people to come to my casino?" It's long 20 seconds these. And the agency man, see what I mean? He says, "Oh no, it's really simple. It's really simple. All you do is pay me £1 for every person or every time I tell someone about your casino." And he thinks, well, that's pretty straightforward. Yeah, okay. So he sends the agency man down to the bar where all the customers that he wants to get to come to his casino all drink. And the agency man bursts onto the tables and says, "Oh, there's a casino, it's marvellous." And the people at the bar just go away, we're having a conversation, leave us alone. He goes, "But I can get you free membership." And it's like, piss off, just leave us alone, please. We're having a quiet drink, we really don't need you interrupting our conversation. And he leaves the table and he goes off and he does this around every single table in the bar. And, eventually he kind of stumbles out of the back door, bumps into Mr. Casino, and Mr. Casino goes, "How did that go? Was that all right? Did you kind of, advertise my casino?" And the agency man goes, "Thinking about it, it was wonderful. It was marvellous. There was 100 people in that bar tonight, and I told every single one of them twice about your casino. So by my calculations, you now owe me £200, please." And Mr. Casino kind of scratched his head, and he was a bit concerned because he watched the agency man in the bar, and he'd seen that the agency man had kind of bundled up to people's tables and disturbed their conversations and kind of really spoilt their evening. And he said, "But, you haven't really been kind of advertising my casino. You've just been pestering people and getting in the way of what they're really trying to do. And I actually don't think any of these people even like the idea of my casino." And the agency man just sort of shrugged his shoulders, grabbed the 200 quid and legged it back to his very nice office in town. So Mr. Casino was kind of feeling a bit lost now because he'd spent 200 quid, hadn't got anybody in his casino, and he was walking home and by chance he bumped into the hero of our story, Mr. Interactive Marketing Guy. And Mr. Interactive Marketing Guy says, "Don't worry, I can get all of these punters down to your casino and it will only cost you £100. So Mr. Casino was a little bit dubious, but he thought, well, I've got nothing to lose, I'll give it a go. So he sent the Interactive Marketing Guy down to El Bar and thought he'd see what he could do. And as he was walking down there, he was thinking, right, okay, so I'm going to a bar, I want people in the bar, they're going to be drinking, I want to go to the casino, blah, blah. First thing I need to do is get myself a nice big cocktail. So that's what he did. He got to the bar, ordered himself a lovely big cocktail. It took a long time to make, it was a very complicated one, and he pulled out a deck of cards. And he started dealing the cards and sort of like shuffling them and stuff quite extravagantly, and people started noticing what was going on. So he started doing a few little tricks for the people sitting next to him at the bar. And they loved it, and they called over to their mates sitting on a table at the other end of the bar and said, come over here, there's this geezer, he's doing wonderful card tricks, it's brilliant. And I don't know if you remember the two guys who the agency guy really upset. Well, they actually love card tricks, so they were like well up for it. They were going, oh yeah, come on, let's go and have a look. And they went over to the bar and they said, oh, do one for me, oh, what card am I thinking about, and all that sort of thing. And the whole night started really picking up pace. People in the bar were drinking cocktails, they were drinking little shots. You've got to remember, we did this for Japan, sort of, hence the headgear. People are even ringing up their mates on their mobile phone saying, get down to Bar Ole or whatever it's called. It's a marvellous night, there's a magician down here, and it's just, the whole place is kicking off, and I've had so many cocktails, I'm slowly going through my address book, telling everybody what a wonderful time I'm having. And, it was a brilliant night. The entertainment was perfect for the venue. And the interactive marketing guy was doing his card tricks, and it was the busiest night the bar had known. In fact, it was so busy that the till crashed because they'd taken so many drink orders, and the bar manager was really stoked about the whole thing. But, all good things come to an end, and the interactive marketing guy sort of slowly walked up to the podium, looked at the audience, and said, I'm really sorry, but the bar's closing now. The entertainment's over for the evening. And but if you come with me, a good friend of mine runs a casino up the road, and we can carry on having fun there. Oh, and actually, if you come with me, I could probably get you free membership as well. Everyone cheered, they wanted to carry on the evening, and they all followed. Well, a good proportion of them followed the interactive marketing guy to the casino. And when I got there, obviously, Mr. Casino was really pleased. Not only because he had a full casino full of people, but because when the people got there, they'd already had a positive experience through the advertising that they'd received to get them there. They already had had fun, which was an indication of the amount of fun they were going to have at the casino. So, the punters were happy, Mr. Casino was happy, and the only underlying sort of thing was everyone kind of wondered how the agency guy actually managed to sleep at night. And the moral of that story, well, there isn't really a moral of the story, and any moral there is pretty obvious, but really kind of, I hope you go away sort of like hating banner ads a little bit more than you do already, because really the next time you see a banner ad, I'd like you to think that is a little bit of money that's been taken away from me as a creative, which I could have spent to make something that the audience actually appreciate and enjoy. Thank you.